Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Colwyn Abrams with the Hgp Sportscast. Colts overpowered UG Trojans and Nets pipped Guardians in the Georgetown Amateur Basketball Association knockout tournament on Wednesday night at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall. Stanford Howard was there and filed this report.
In Wednesday night basketball action, Colts took on the UG Trojans. From jump ball, UG was ready for the challenge, but Colts stole the first quarter 12-9. In the second quarter, the Colts maintained their lead, ending the first half 26-15. In the second half of the game, UG looked to be making inroads by taking the third, which was proven to be a little late. Nevertheless, in the fourth quarter, both teams finished with 16 points apiece, as Colts won the game 51-41. In the second match of the evening between the Guardians and Nets, it was a close first quarter, seeing the Nets with a 1-point margin to end the first quarter 2019. Guardians then lost their way in the second, only managing 6 points. After a disappointing end to the first half, the Guardians then took the third quarter but was still behind by 9 points, heading into the fourth. Guardians then made up ground, but it was the Nets with ball control to win the game 70-69. For Hgp Sportscast, I am Stanford Howard.
The GFF on Thursday opened another round of 4-day D-license program for coaches in Guyana in an effort to build capacity among technical personnel. Here's more. This is the first D-license program that will be conducted independently by the GFF since 3 of its members concluded the CONCACAF Train the Trainer program in Barbados last November. The coaches were urged to take full advantage of these trainings since it will pay off in the future.
Guys, ladies, please, this is your first step towards a career that will deliver in years to come tremendous value.
The training will last for 4 days. President of the GFF explained the objectives of the training.
2 key objectives we're pursuing today. One would be that we have a new batch of potential coaches. Most of these individuals that you see before us here are players, former players of the game, and they've all expressed an interest in pursuing a coaching career beyond their playing career, which we encourage. We have within our football administration, we have quite a number of former players. Our female development officers, youth development coaches, they're all former players, so it's part of our strategy. So the one objective, of course, would be to have them licensed, they're D-licensed. That's a program they'll be doing.
At the end of the program, coaches will be evaluated and if they perform well, will be granted their license. Technical Director of the GFF, Ian Greenwood, said this is a massive step for the GFF.
Which is a massive thing for the GFF because we've never had CONCACAF instructors before. So that means we'll be able to run more D-licensed courses in-house in the country, and then we don't have to always fly instructors in from abroad. It also means that we will be able to go into other countries in the CONCACAF region and the Caribbean to deliver courses as well. So again, that's selling the coach education vision that Guyana has at the moment. From the coaches themselves in the room, it means that we've got another set of hopefully licensed D-licensed coaches because we're moving towards having licensed coaches throughout the country.
He said the GFF is now capable of training and licensing their own coaches countrywide, which will improve the level of the sport, and they will have many more like these in the future.
That's the plan, that we can deliver more of these courses and also be able to do them in other areas as well. So now we have licensed coaches here. We could go into the Rupununi, for example, and deliver a D-licensed course, which is sometimes a problem bringing in instructors from abroad.
President of the Ghana Athletics Association said that they have already selected athletes for track and field events requested by the Ghana Olympics Association for the upcoming Commonwealth Games. Hudson said the association's selections are on point, and he believes that with these selections, the teams will be able to space at the upcoming games.
Our athletes that have been selected have been showing good performances in terms of Leslie Beard just back from Jamaica. Matter of fact, we have 3 of them competing in Jamaica over the past weekend, and they did admirably well.
Hudson said the athletes have been showing constant improvement, and he believes that they will do Ghana justice at the games. Some athletes selected are Leslyn Beard, Natricia Hooper, Troy Doris, and Winston George. The Gold Coast 2018 Commonwealth Games will welcome more than 6,600 athletes and team officials from 70 Commonwealth nations and territories to the Gold Coast and event cities Brisbane, Cairns and Townsville to share in the celebration of sport, entertainment and culture. The largest sporting event to be staged in Australia this decade, Gold Coast 2018 will feature the largest integrated sports program in Commonwealth Games history, comprising of 18 sports and 7 para sports. And finally, Afghanistan stunned West Indies in the first Super 6 match of the ICC World Cup qualifier with 14 balls to spare. Stanford has more.
West Indies, who won all their matches from Group A, were stunned by the Afghans from Group B on Thursday. Skipper Jason Holder elected to bat first, but opener Chris Gayle was sent back to the pavilion after scoring just 1 run. Evan Lewis and Shemron Hetmeyer tried to regain some ground, but the Afghanistan bowling attack was little too much, and the Windies were 3 for 53 in the 12th over. It was Marlon Samuels and Shea Hope who gave their side something to cheer about, with a 55-run 4th wicket stand. Skipper Jason Holder pitched in with 28 runs, and the Caribbean side eventually mustered 197 for 8 of their 50 overs. Afghanistan in their reply had a rocky start. Ramhat Shah 68 and Mohammad Nabi 31 got them closer to the target. It was Afghans' batting depth that eventually got the job done. Reporting for the Hgp Sportscast, I am Stanford Howard.
Thank you, Stanford, and that has brought us to the end of this edition of the Hgp Sportscast. Before we go, remember, life is like a sport. Always remember to play fair. Goodbye.